Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today I will continue the previous chapter, haloalkanes and haloarenes, and this is my 5th lecture. In this lecture I will continue the methods of preparation of haloalkanes and haloarenes. The methods are from alcohol, hydrocarbon, Sandmeyer's reaction, then halogen exchange reaction. Already I have discussed the preparation of alkyl halide and haloarenes from alcohol and hydrocarbon. So today I will continue the Sandmeyer's reaction and halogen exchange reaction. So how the alkyl halides and haloarenes can be prepared by these reactions. So first of all we will see Sandmeyer's reaction. The Sandmeyer's reactions is that reactions where in which the haloarenes are prepared from benzene diazonium salt. Now let's see the preparation of the benzene diazonium salt. Here it is aniline reacts with sodium nitrite and HCl to produce benzene diazonium salt, and here is reacting center is diazonium ion N2 plus ion. It is in the salt form as chloride is there. So it is in the salt form, but when it is put in the solution or a water solvent, it ionizes and form the benzene diazonium ion. Now let's see some examples of this Sandmeyer reaction. Here it is benzene diazonium ion, and due to the presence of diazonium ion, the electron pair between diazonium ion and the carbon will be shifted to the nitrogen N2 plus ion. Okay, so it makes the carbon atom positively charged so that the nucleophile can easily attack the carbon atom of the benzene ring. Now where from this nucleophile will come? We have to put some reagents. First of all, here in benzene diazonium ion I have put cuprous chloride, that is copper 1 chloride. It will provide chloride nucleophile. It will attack the carbon atom, and electron pair will be shifted to the diazonium ion, and it will be eliminated as nitrogen, and the chlorine will be bonded to the benzene ring like this, and we will get the chlorobenzene. Again we have put another reagent, that is the cuprous bromide, copper 1 bromide. It will provide bromide nucleophile. Why it is nucleophile? Because it carries the negative charge. You see, this is bromide ion. So this bromide ion will attack the positively charged carbon atom, and the electron pair will be shifted to the diazonium ion, bromine bonded to the carbon atom of the benzene ring like this, and we get the bromobenzene. So actually due to the presence of this diazonium ion, the carbon nitrogen bond becomes polarized. Okay, now this chlorobenzene and bromobenzene are of your interest because it is in your syllabus. I am discussing alkyl halides and haloarenes, but here I have put another example. This is not in your syllabus, but then also it is a example of Sandmeyer's reaction. Okay, so you see this is copper 1 cyanide. It will provide cyanide nucleophile. So it will again attack the positively charged carbon atom, because there is a attraction between positive and negative. So it can easily attack the positively charged carbon atom, and the electron pair will be shifted to the diazonium ion like this, and it will be eliminated as nitrogen molecule, and cyanide is bonded to the carbon atom of the benzene ring like this, and we get benzonitrile. So these are called aromatic nucleophilic substitution reaction. Why? Because the nucleophile substitute the nitrogen as a nitrogen molecule, and the nucleophile is bonded to the carbon of the benzene ring. That means the nucleophiles substitute nitrogen, and we will get the product. Now you see, in all the cases nitrogen is eliminated. You see, this is nitrogen eliminated in the formation of chlorobenzene, then nitrogen is eliminated in the formation of bromobenzene, and this nitrogen is eliminated in the formation of benzonitride. So next we will see some more examples of Sandmeyer reaction. Here again aniline reacts with hydrogen halide. Suppose HCl you can take and sodium nitride at 0 degree Celsius, and it will form benzene diazonium salt. So already we have discussed the addition of cuprous halide to benzene diazonium salt and copper 1 cyanide to benzene diazonium salt. Now we will discuss the preparation of iodobenzene. Now iodobenzene is formed by iodobenzene is formed from aniline by addition of potassium iodide. Okay, next the same mechanism is same, the nucleophile copper. Okay, potassium iodide will provide what nucleophile? That is the iodide nucleophile. That is why iodine is bonded to the benzene ring. You can see this. Again this iodine is bonded like this. Now phenol is prepared from aniline by addition of aqueous sulfuric acid, and hydroxyl ion is added to carbon atom of the benzene ring, and we get the phenol. So in all these reactions, you see the nitrogen molecule is eliminated. Why? Because of the substitution reaction, the electron pair is shifted to the diazonium ion, and it will facilitate the elimination of the nitrogen molecule. This is the reacting center. You see this N2 plus ion is present, and the electron pair shifted to the diazonium ion of the diazonium salt. Okay, next we will go to the halogen exchange reaction. This is the last reaction for the preparation of the alkyl halide. Now what is halogen exchange reaction? Now you concentrate at the word exchange reaction. That means here alkyl halide is prepared from alkyl halide. Now how? There are two type of halogen exchange reaction, and in this reaction you see alkyl iodide and alkyl fluorides are prepared. You see, this is alkyl halide, and from this alkyl halide we prepare alkyl iodide. So whatever is halogen from that is exchanged to iodide. That is why it is called halogen exchange reaction. Just you exchange the halogen, you will get the product. This is again we have taken alkyl halide and we get alkyl fluoride. So from alkyl halide we are getting the alkyl halide. That is why it is called halogen exchange reaction. You just exchange there is an exchange between the halogen in the alkyl halide. Now there are two types of reaction. First one is the Finkelstein reaction. In this reaction, alkyl halide will react with sodium iodide and produce alkyl iodide. You see, and alkyl iodide and sodium halide in presence of sodium iodide and dry acetone. And another example is Schwarz reaction. It is also a halogen exchange reaction, but in this reaction alkyl halide reacts with silver fluoride salt to produce alkyl fluoride. But you can, instead of silver fluoride, we have another options also. We can use the mercurous fluoride, cobalt fluoride, antimony fluoride also, but here I have used silver fluoride to produce alkyl fluoride and silver halide. Here I have taken silver fluoride salt, that's why our product is silver halide, but if you take mercurous fluoride then you will get the mercurous halide. Okay, Now so you see the reactant, this alkyl halide in Finkelstein and Schwarz reaction, I have put the halogen red. So this halogen may be chlorine or bromine. That means we can conclude that in halogen exchange reaction, alkyl chloride or alkyl bromide can be converted into alkyl iodide or alkyl fluoride. This is called halogen exchange reaction. Now you see both the reaction looking same, but there is a difference between Finkelstein reaction and Schwarz reaction. What is that reaction? In Finkelstein reaction, the reagent is taken sodium iodide, but in Schwarz reaction the reagent is taken silver fluoride, or you can take mercurous fluoride or cobalt fluoride or antimony fluoride. This is one difference between these two reactions. And another difference is that in Finkelstein reaction the product is alkyl iodide, okay, but in Schwarz reaction the product is alkyl fluoride. So this is the reaction between the two halogen exchange reaction, Finkelstein reaction and Schwarz reaction. So this is the definition of Finkelstein reaction. The Finkelstein reaction is an organic reaction where alkyl chloride or alkyl bromide is converted into alkyl iodide by reacting with sodium iodide salt. Just I have shown this, and similarly this is the reaction of the Schwarz reaction. Okay, so thank you, and if you hope you enjoyed this video, and in the next video I will come with a new topic. Till then, bye.